is Lisa Christian of the Lisa Christian Atelier brand. On today's episode of Mastering the Art of Garment Construction, we'll be looking at shift dresses. Here's my piece of paper acting up like my fabric. Alright, so assuming this is my fabric, you can see this is already on fold. This is acting as the back piece and it's already on fold. You can see a grading here. This is 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches all the way. It's acting as my zipper allowance. What does that mean? I'm not going to place both front piece and back piece here while cutting. I'm going to place this here so that I can create space for my zipper allowance while this is my front piece. Now I have this paper already graded. I use this point as my armhole line. I took that as 9 inches away from the shoulder point. While this is the bust point, if you check my previous videos, you know how to measure and ascertain the bust point. This is the full front length acting as the waist. This is the hip line, and this is the end of my fabric with extra 2 inches hemming allowance. Alright, so the first thing we do, we are working with shoulder measurements of 15, bust measurement of 40, waist of 32, hip of 40, and across chest of 16. So I go to my shoulder measurement to insert it. We've been told that the shoulder is 15. We'll say 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So we mark our 7.5 somewhere here. Then we go to the bust point and we say bust point divided by 2, that is 40. So you say bust is 40, 40 divided by 4, that is 10, plus 2 inches allowance, that gives me 12. I come to the waist, I insert the waist measurement. My waist here is 32, 32 divided by 4, that is 8, plus 2 inches. I would love to use 2.5 inches here because I'll be introducing that. So I place it at 10.5. Then I come and I place in the hip line measurement. The hip is 40, so 40 divided by 4, that's 10. 10 plus 2, that is 12. So we take this hip line measurement down to the end of the fabric. That thing created like this. So this is this. And I take this downwards to the end of the fabric. So I have that shape already. But we're not. After coming down the shoulder by half inch or 1 inch, depends on whatever works for you. Half inch works for me. So I connect this here to get my armhole. So this gives me something like that. So that's my armhole down there. The next thing to introduce in this shift dress this shift dress pattern. Remember I told us that I'm working with the freehand method. My videos for now on the freehand method. Later on I'll introduce pattern drafting. Alright, so the next thing I do is to introduce my neckline. Let's assume we're working with a regular round neck and taking a length of 4 inches by neck depth of say 5 inches. So this is 4 inches, this is 4 inches, while this is 5 inches. So in other words, I have something like this and I create a curve here. So this becomes my neckline for the front piece. So this is my neckline for the front piece. While for the back piece, we cannot go this deep. What do we do here? We do 1.5 for the back neck. So I go at the back by 1.5. I go downwards by 1.5. I go downwards by 1.5. So for the back neck, I'm having something like this. So I'll just increase this down to the back. So this is the back neckline, while this is the front neckline. This is my bust. This is how the arc is going to be down to the end of the dress. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce that. So we come to the waistline measurement. This client's across chest is 16. So I say across chest divided by 4. 16 divided by 4, that's 4. Plus half inch that allowance. That means I'm working with 4.5. So I place 4.5 here. I place 4.5 here. But I know that for skirts, our hip line is 9 inches away from the waistline, but this dart is not expected to get to the hip line. It's bust point, full front length, an extra 4 inches. That's where my dart is going to stop. So for shift dresses, so I'm going to mark my 4.5 here, and I connect the lines. I connect the lines. I connect the lines. Remember that the across chest divided by 4 was 4 inches, but we added extra half inch for seam allowance, and this is the half inch here. This is the half inch here. So I connect this line to this point, and I connect this line to this point. So I'm going to sew this dart up, and at the reverse part also I'll also do the same, because this is just half side of the front. Then on the back piece as well, I will do the same. So this is the perfect shift dress. After this, you can begin to introduce your sleeve depending on the kind of sleeve that you want. So this gives me a perfect pattern for a shift dress of a client with deep. So here's what the body looks like. I forgot to tell us that we came down here by half inch. We came down here by half inch. Some people do 1 inch, but I said I'm comfortable with doing half inch. We connect this half inch to the beginning of this shoulder, and we trim that off because your shoulder is not straight, your shoulder is sloped down, so we trim that off. So this is what your shift dress pattern looks like. After introducing the dart here, you can see that there's going to be an arc, and all of that. The bust will be elevated because this is not supposed to just be all the way straight. Thank you for watching my video. Kindly like, share, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I make a video. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.